What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of J&B. And before we get started, we do have some encouraging news that has made us very excited. We finally are over the 100 subscriber mark. Finally, we are currently sitting at 104. And we just want to say thank you guys for supporting us. And we're climbing, we're growing, and it's all because of you guys. We bring what we can bring, but it's up to you guys to get our stuff out there. And with that, we just want to say thank you to you guys. Keep supporting us. Keep subscribing. And so, it's just crazy to think that we're already there. We started this in, February-ish?
Ish, yeah.
Somewhere in there. And so we came a long way ourselves when it comes to this podcast. We're a lot more comfortable now. If you go back and watch some of our earlier episodes, he was really tense.
Trash.
He was really tense.
Trash.
Kind of like a statue. But we just want to say thank you guys. We appreciate all the love and support, man. Thank you guys so much. So, we did a drink review, and we're not drinking this one on camera. We did it upstairs. My man went and got these
Happy Dad tea, hard teas, 5% alcohol volume. They also have some in a variety pack with other flavors.
He's really regretting his $18.
It was like $18 for a 12-pack. I'm thinking, oh, that's not too bad. It's something new. I'm like, let's try it, and it tastes.
I just want the.
It's a half and half with lemon. And I tell you, I don't know where the lemon went. I don't know where the tea flavor went.
There's a lot of water in here.
I tell you, it tastes like fucking water.
You gave it a 3. I gave it pretty much a 3, 2.
You gave it a 4.
I did not.
I'm pretty sure you gave it a 4.
If I did, shoot me right now.
Bang, like that. Because you gave it a 4.
If whoever made this, and they called it Happy Dads, if that's what you really think of us dads, you hit it on the point. Do better next time, because this is honestly really bad.
They have happy moms.
I bet that probably tastes real good. I bet that tastes real good.
I don't know. I just know they have happy moms.
Again, go out, try it for yourself. You may like it. It was not something for us. I know a lot of people have been honest. Man, you guys like everything. Well, most of the time we kind of do.
Well, we try to pick stuff that's supposed to be good.
But this one...
And I haven't heard anything about it. And honestly, I don't know if I will even care about trying the Happy Moms or the flavors that it has, because that has no flavor. It's very watery. And sure, that you get a buzz off of water. Cool. But there's some smell or aftertaste or something. And it tastes like shit. Really like dirt. I don't know. I don't. Tea's not supposed to taste like that.
No. Definitely go out, try it. We got some other drink reviews that we posted. We did some more of the Mountain Dew Blast. So those will be posted later on during the week. So make sure you stay tuned for those ones. And make sure you go follow us on Facebook at Unsupervised Podcast. Same logo that we use on YouTube. Go over there, follow us there. We're going to post any important announcements that we got going on. Like we said, we've already announced that we will be at opening day, September 5th, against the Baltimore Ravens for our ring ceremony. So we'll be keeping you guys posted.
It's not the ring ceremony. We dropped the banner.
We'll drop the banner.
They already did the ring ceremony.
The banner dropped, sorry.
You dummy.
So we'll be there. We'll be live streaming that. We'll be live streaming to the game, live streaming at the tailgate. We're going to be interacting with all the fans, not just Chiefs fans, any other fans that are there as well. Or just
Chiefs fans.
So, like I said, make sure you stay tuned for that. We're really excited for that. Well, I'm excited for that. He's experienced that stuff.
I did it last year.
I have not experienced that at all, so I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, he's looking forward to it.
So I'm going to pop your cherry?
You do. I appreciate you.
Again?
Hey, someone's got to do it around here.
I popped it at the OKC game, too.
You did. I fumbled that one, Tom.
Yeah, well.
Next time I'll be better. But the Olympics are going on right now.
Yeah.
The Olympics in the first 3 days brought in 34.5 million viewers from NBC, Peacock, and all that. That's a 79% increase from the Tokyo Olympics. So more people are tuning in. Michelle Kang, she's giving $4 million to the U.S. rugby team. Our rugby team did get their first medal placing. They got bronze. They beat, I think it was Australia in the final seconds, 99-yard touchdown run to secure the bronze medal, so that was insane.
He can't even try to explain how fucking rugby works. It's just honestly, kudos to people that play rugby. God, you're just getting beat.
You think we love football and people got pads on and complain about some heads. Then you see people with rugby getting absolutely.
There's a video of there's a women.
Oh,
and I'm like,
catch
picks the bitch up. It like levitates her. I'm like,
like,
what? It hangs on. Does it drop
her too, and then brought her back down. I'm like, woo, that bitch strong, dude. You don't mess with her. She'll bend you over.
She'll be pegging you. Your starfish won't be a starfish no more.
Rugby's a growing sport, and you see it now in the Olympics, especially on the women's side. So congratulations to the women for getting the bronze medal.
Yeah.
Flavor Flav is sponsoring our women's water polo team after finding out that most of these women have 2 to 3 jobs to support themselves and also train for the Olympics. But I'm happy that Flavor Flav is stepping up, but you said it's not his responsibility. It should be on...
It should be on the... Well, I guess really, I don't want to say like our nation, but
yes.
It should be like on our nation to...
Support
the Olympics. Like, outside of like showing how great you are on a global stage versus nation, the best of the best that we have to offer versus the best of another nation has to offer... Why are you having to work that many jobs?
Yeah, 2 to 3 jobs.
Well, I get it. It's polo, but like honestly though, like polo is not necessarily maybe as exciting or as well known, but it's still very popular in other countries.
And I just want to make clear, he's not saying that he's mad that Flavor Flav did. He's happy that Flavor Flav is stepping up.
Someone's
doing it, but he's saying it's not his responsibility to do it. And I agree with you on that part.
Well, it's the same way that on Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco came out and said that we're willing to pay, Shannon Sharp said he's going to pay $1 million for like up to $1 million of U.S. winning gold or breaking records. Ocho Cinco.
Well, speaking of that, so they came out with a list of like if you win gold, how much you get. In the United States, gets 37. So was it 37K? They're getting if they win gold. It
doesn't go fucking over like that.
Oh, it doesn't go over like that. I apologize.
Yeah. So 37,500 if you take gold
for the United
States. Let's go. You back to the fucking beginning. So France, if they win, so this is only if you win gold. The silver and bronze would just be assuming is less. France pays their athletes $85,960. While Australia, 13,340. I'm like, damn.
We were complaining like, damn, USA only get 37K, and then you see Australia.
But then Serbia pays their people $218,000. I'm like, damn. Like, okay, like that's kind of what I thought. Maybe when I heard that was that little, I was like, wow, I thought like these athletes were getting like millions of dollars.
No, that's not the case.
Canada, 14,608. Like, you wonder why you only got medals?
I feel sorry for Australia and Canada. Like,
and then Italy, 193,410. Where the fuck we came up with these numbers? 410.
I don't know.
And then Spain's $101,003. Like, $3 is going to make
$3 is important.
And then you have Hong Kong.
Hong Kong out here, they don't.
And that's probably why I think they're leading in gold.
No, I don't. China's got they got 11.
So
gold.
that's probably why. I mean, they breed those athletes 768,000 Hong Kong dollars.
So if they take gold, so
178. That's a solid number. 768,000 if they take gold. The United States, 37,500. Like another solid number.
Well, we were talking about this at work. I was like, damn, the U.S. athletes only get 37K. And then we saw this list. I was like, fuck that. I can't even complain. Like Canada and Australia, dude, I feel sorry for you guys. Like, damn.
Pretty fucking much.
13K, 14K, like really? Like, I just think, like you said, we're on a global stage here. It should be. I don't know what the right number would be, and I don't have a number I think would be right off the top of my head, but it should definitely be a little bit more than what some of these countries are giving their athletes.
I don't know why or how I thought people were paid or athletes.
It wasn't
were paid.
like that.
Well, I guess I didn't think that your country was paying you to win. I thought it was like the
Could you imagine if you don't place? Can you imagine like you go out there and you put all that work in?
Well, nobody.
And you lost.
Well, they do. Like the only three. Oh, there's only first, second, and third.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So then you get literally fucking nothing. So, I mean, it's crazy. But it's also another crazy stat, though, is that we have 3,000 medals won for the summer, for the longevity of the Summer Olympics. The U.S. has 3,000 medals.
Yep.
No other country has won more than 1,500.
Damn.
So we literally doubled.
Is that
just summer. Just summer.
That's not
so
winter?
it's not winter. Just summer.
Just summer.
U.S. sets the record for the most medals won by any
crazy.
country in the Olympics.
So damn, that's crazy. Speaking of medals, so China is this is just when it comes to gold medal. China's in first.
My bad. I was wrong. It's summer and winter Olympics combined.
Okay.
That's
3,000. Still crazy. That's a lot of medals.
Even combined, no other country has more than 1,500.
That's insane. That's crazy. 3,000 medals. Kudos to the Team U.S., man, coming out and getting the medals. But speaking of medals, China. This is just for gold medals only. China's in first with 11. France is in second with 8. Japan's in third with 8. Australia is in fourth with 7. The U.S. is in fifth. What is that? Great Britain is 6 with 6.
You don't even know.
Korea 7th with 6. Yep, it does. Italy's in 8th with 5. Canada is in 9th with 2, and same with Germany at 2. That's the top 10. But in overall medals, we are number 1 at 31. So
yeah,
we haven't got a lot of gold, but we're killing it in silver and bronze right now. That's all I gotta say. But France is right there on our tail in total medals. They're at 27, so they're only 4 back. But there's still a lot of sporting events that are going on that you have to go, multiple before you get to your gold. But Paris spent $1.5 billion. Let me repeat that: $1.5 billion
on their athletes.
No, to clean their river for the triathlon that was supposed to take place. They had to postpone it multiple times because I guess over in Paris, their sewage and water, whatever, come together and drop into this river where they swim in. I'm sorry.
They said, fuck them fish.
I am not swimming in that water, dog. No!
Fuck them fish.
$1.5 billion they spent to clean that, and it even wasn't supposedly to a lot of people that were there. It wasn't completely clean, but it was good enough to do the race. I'm like,
it passed the
bro, I'm not getting in that water, bro. There's someone's shit.
How you feeling? You swimming like there's a long distance. All of a sudden you fucking swim. All of a sudden you put your hand up and it's toilet paper. Or you fucking think all of a sudden you got shit. Like you're swimming through shit.
I'm not getting in that water. That's crazy.
Or you go through a warm spot. It's like, oh, that's piss.
I'm just not getting in that water. But I can't believe they spent $1.5 billion to get that clean. Now, the reason...
How do the taxpayers feel about that?
I bet
I'm assuming people there pay taxes.
Well, all this started because it rained. They had cleaned it already originally, but then they got rain, and it messed it all up. And then they had to go back through and clean it again, and they spent $1.5 million to clean that.
I don't think it was worth having the Olympics there.
Now, this next thing that happened at the Olympics is not funny, but it's funny at the same time. Canada's head coach got banned for 1 year for a drone scandal. So apparently, Canada sent some drones to spy on their opponent, New Zealand.
They try to pull the Bill Belichick Patriot way.
Now, I did say, there's a saying, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But you want to, this is funny, but it's not funny at the same time. Like, kudos to you. You're just trying to get a leg up on your opponent. But they were docked 6 points, and even being docked 6 points, Canada still made it to the qualifying round, but their head coach is banned for 1 year. What are your thoughts on that? That's crazy. I know you're still saying, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, but damn.
You know what?
Damn.
Whoever the fuck was flying your drone, they gotta do better. They gotta do better. They can't get caught like that, let alone have it tied back to you. Come on.
I mean, kudos for Canada. They're trying to get a leg up. But, like I said...
Clearly they didn't need the leg up.
No.
So the question arises is, why?
Yeah.
Why were you trying to get a leg up when you clearly did not need it because they've been able to overcome that deficit?
Yeah. But that's pretty much all the stuff that's going on in the overall in the Olympics. Major news that's happening in the Olympics. There's obviously some other stuff we're going to get to, but pivoting.
Not pivoting, because I have some little fun facts for you that I want you to go at.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I know.
I'm terrified.
So Michael Phelps.
Yes.
Right. So he's the best swimmer and the most medaled Olympian in U.S. history.
Yep.
He has 23 gold medals. Right.
Got a lot of gold.
So there is 2 countries that he outpaces that has been listed here. Mexico has a population of 129 million. They have won 13 gold medals.
Damn.
He has more. India has a population of 1.4 billion people. 10 gold medals. He has outpaced them.
Michael Phelps was 1-1, dude. Like,
So-
Michael Phelps was one of them people.
My question to you then on that topic is America. We'll just do American. Who to you is the most prolific, not necessarily the most decorated, but the most prolific and or decorated Olympian?
I think there's two names and two names only: Simone Biles and Michael Phelps.
And what if we open it up to the world, include everybody?
Then you have to throw Usain Bolt in there. He's definitely one of the most decorated
So,
Olympians. when it comes to
according to the top 10 Summer Olympics
Okay.
Olympians,
that. Okay.
number 1 is Michael Phelps. 2, Usain Bolt, who was the track star.
Yep.
And then number 3, which I was surprised you didn't throw him out there, but, history, Jesse Owens.
Oh yes, Jesse Owens. Yep.
And then a Russian Olympian, Lasara. I don't know. Number 5, another American. The rest of these are American. Allison Felix. 6, Carl Lewis. 7 is Simone Biles.
That's a
Now,
lot.
I feel like that could potentially change after
now that
this
she's-
Olympics.
She
She has every stunt or whatever every.
She landed a trick that's never been done in the.
Well, she has a stunt or indoor trick in every category that they do. She has a stunt named after her in everything now.
So yeah.
And 8 is Katie Ledecky. 9, Carmelo Anthony.
Yep.
And number
Melo. 10
is Diana Taurasi.
She's got like 6 gold medals, or she's got 5, or she's going. She's got 5, or she's going on 6. So she's been a part of. So I'm not mad at that, Liz. I think Simone Biles is probably gonna rise up there now, personally.
So in the gymnastics, you get a grade. I think it's A for the easiest, and then the lower the grade is the harder the
yeah,
trick is or
Yes.
the skill.
yeah.
I think it goes to J. And Simone Biles that she did off of her trick, I guess, is an E.
I remember they said that no one has ever
So,
landed that trick before.
she
She was
was-
the first person to land that in the Olympics, so that was crazy.
It was 1.5 turn, 540 degrees handstand, and
you do that?
it gets rid of. I fall down. I couldn't even bounce on the little trampoline thing.
I would land. I maybe land on my feet, my leg would snap. And snap.
There goes my knee. It's gone. It's no longer
Like I
existing.
The Olympics is
On the uneven bars.
she just. I mean, god damn, that is crazy. You got to put that to the camera if you can get that on.
I don't.
I don't know if you can get that on there. It's not gonna.
No,
That's crazy.
But it's Simone Biles submits the new original skill on the uneven bars, and it's a 540-degree turn. It's just kind of insane, really. But anyway, moving on
She was dominant.
from she
was very dominant.
this is actually the oldest gymnastic team that USA has
ever brought.
and they call it
They were actually called out by some former members saying that this wasn't the most talented, and they still won gold. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
When you have the GOAT and Simone Biles, it helps.
So actually, you know who I was really surprised wasn't part of the gymnastics, because she Olivia Dunn. She's really big from LSU. LSU. Really big, very popular. I was just surprised she was not a part of the Olympics. But like I said, there's so much talent out there. It's just hard to take everybody. But pivoting to something else, Deadpool and Wolverine was released.
Yeah.
Last week.
3.
Yep, I went and saw it. I thought it was great. But there's been a lot of people out here that apparently are not happy about it and mad about the joke. Sensitive, and I'm here to tell you, fuck off.
Grow the fuck up.
Grow up.
What'd you expect?
My thing is, people are bitching about this movie, and I'm sitting here thinking about all the movies that are in this world, and this is the movie you sensitive about?
You do
Where
realize...
were you for Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2?
What do you think the R stands for?
Pretty much.
It's rated R for mature, so if you're not mature enough...
People crying about the Jesus joke. People crying about Wolverine on the X. like they did. People are like, oh, you just took the cross and made it like no, it's an X. Like no,
he's part of the X-Men. Like
it's
one of the longest running jokes out of the first two Deadpools was that they made fun of X-Men and Disney.
And Disney allowed him to do it. It's like people like you guys gotta grow up. Like I don't know when the world tilted from the world's gotta care about your feelings. That's not how this works. Like
no.
The world does not care about your feelings. I know we coddle a lot of people as you grow up, and then you get to a point it's like, damn, like you better grow up because the real world about to hit you, and it's gonna hit you real hard. So, like, for all the adults out there that are crying, grow up. Well, and respectfully, grow up.
Not even respectfully. It's like, literally, no one made you go see it. And the fact that people spent their hard-earned money and then left or brought their children there and were like, oh, this is not appropriate for my children. It's rated R. Like, that's your choice to bring them there. Like, if you
Logan was rated R. That movie was insane, too. Like, come on.
I don't know. But on the MCU universe, because I'm going to go see with my wife the movie this Friday.
Hell yeah.
Or later. I will see it. We've seen all the Deadpools. But so I'll have more of an opinion on it. He's not giving too many spoilers for people that haven't seen it because we don't want to do that. And it'll spoil it for me.
He'll hit me. I'm abused. I'm so scared.
You should be. But MCU, the Marvel Universe, has came out with Doctor Doom.
Oh,
and a lot of people are
fucking torn
because Robert Downey Jr.
is returning.
Not as Iron Man, but as Doctor Doom.
I'm torn, bro. I'm happy he's back, but I'm like, no.
I mean, like I'm here for it, and there's speculations that like he kills Spider-Man, not Tom Holland Spider-Man. Maybe.
I just know when they come together, it's gonna be awkward.
But like, it's gonna be because like he's gonna see like his idol, and it's gonna be
if you're Marvel, you have to capitalize on that type of.
Well, they had like you
have to, but
I can't remember the two directors, the brother directors. I think they're brothers. Was like, I'll come back, but only if these two are directing it, and they're directing it, and they directed the Avengers and. It's the next two Avenger movies that come out and has Doctor Doom in it. And apparently, I'm not like big in comics, but Doctor Doom's like the biggest of the baddest. And like in the comics, like even like the Avengers with like quote unquote Iron Man could not defeat him. And there's a lot of things going out there too that he potentially could see Thanos.
Yep.
And the snap and everything, none of that happens. And
so. Like I said, a lot of going on. Let us know how you feel about Robert Downey Jr. being back in Marvel.
But as Doctor Doom, not Iron Man.
How do you feel about it? Like I said, I'm torn. I'm happy, but I'm also torn at the same time.
He's a great actor, so
I'm just happy that he's back at the same time. Moving on to the basketball part. Oh, actually, no. Before we get to the Olympics part, there was some news that dropped about new onside kick rules for the NFL.
Oh.
New NFL kick rules. And it's got a lot of people upset and in their feelings about it
now.
Well,
so, as we all know, they're just going to be restated over and over and over again as the NFL season approaches closer. We have the first preseason game today.
Today, the Hall of Fame game. Caleb Williams is not playing.
A lot of the Texans stars aren't playing, and I found like, I don't know why you don't play Caleb Williams. Like, he needs the action. But they do get an extra preseason game, so like, it is what it is. But so obviously the kickoff rules have changed.
Yep.
But so the offside rules.
The onside kick rules is different.
The offside kick rules are different. So the new kick rule, the NFL kickoff rules for onside kicks are illegal before the fourth quarter. The team must be losing to kick an onside kick. The team must announce intention to kick an onside kick ahead of time. A lot of people are calling it the No Fun League strikes again. Now, like, I mean, some people might recall the Colts-Saints Super Bowl.
The Colts came out.
The Saints.
Oh, the Saints did,
The Saints came out and did the onside kick, which was very big and pivotal because they stole a possession. A lot of the onside kicks
How do you really feel about the rule? Are you here for that type of rule, or are you not here for that type of rule?
I mean, like, onside kick wasn't successful, really, anyways. It was a very small percentage. Rare. So I am curious to see how it plays out in the formations you're allowed to be in, because the formations are already, because you're already like 5 yards apart from each other on normal kickoff. So I'm curious to see how, when you do onside kicks, how the formations align. Like, you got to be obviously you have to be farther apart then.
Yeah.
So like a lot of that's kind of like I don't know, and so I'm curious to see it. And I just honestly just don't make the announcers keep repeating themselves every time they have a kickoff. Just know the kickoff rules have changed. Listen, I think it's going to be really exciting for teams that have great kick returners.
Yes.
And because we're going to have returns. There's not going to be any more touch. There's going to be way less touchbacks.
And that's what the league wanted.
Well, I think it was the best.
That's what we wanted as fans, because it was just you kick it off, touchback, go to the 20, 25.
Well, I think they saw it was decently an exciting part of the game when it happens. And the XFL, which I still think the NFL should adapt, kind of as a G League, to test out some of these rules.
Yes, absolutely.
And it was successful there. It cut down on injuries, and there's a way to cut down on injuries and keep a big pivotal game. For some people, they're all players. All they make is special teams, and that's why they have a roster spot on a 53-man roster. So I'm here for it, but I'm also really quite curious to see what teams use kickers to kick, and like the Chiefs are talking about using Justin Reed, our safety, to kick, so that way they have all 11 going to be able to tackle versus, I'd rather say Butker just kick field goals. I don't want him out there getting hit.
Yeah, no. I need him to be able to kick my 60-yarders to win games out here. So, like I said, let us know what you think about the new onside kick rules down in the comments. Let us know if you're here with it or not for it. Like I said, I'm 50-50 on it. You got to make changes regardless, and even if you don't like it or not.
Well, I mean,
we'll see how it works out. You can always go back.
Well, the simplest thing, though, too, is like Larry Bird, literally told everybody, hey, I'm taking 2 dribbles this way, doing this move, and I'm shooting it. Still made it. So you still got to stop it.
Yeah. So.
Still got to be able to recover the onside kick.
Let's repeat back what you said. Onside kicks rarely are successful anyway.
Yeah.
Like, the only time they're really successful is when, again, you catch them off guard in the wrong formation. That's really about the only time they ever work, or somebody in an onside kick made a mistake, didn't catch the ball, went under your legs, went over you. That's really about the only time it really worked. So, but we're going to go ahead and stick on the football. So there were some contracts that were given out.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No,
it's okay.
It's really not. It's really fucking not okay.
So, we're going to start with Tua. Don't ask me to say his full name because I'm not doing it.
Tua Tagovailoa.
There you go. I'm proud of you.
So who?
No. Tua.
Who?
Tua.
Tua who?
The Miami Dolphins quarterback got paid. He got 4 years, $212.4 million, $53.1 million per year. When he got paid, he became the 3rd highest paid quarterback in the National Football League.
Trash.
And then, what was it, like a couple hours after he got paid?
That.
Jordan Love from the Green Bay Packers got his contract extension, 4 years, $220, $55 million per year. He is now, quote unquote, the highest paid, but he's really tied for first.
Well, I think this year he's technically average is the highest, but he's tied with 3 people now.
Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence.
What the fuck did any of them dudes do to deserve to be paid that much money?
So let's talk about the 2 quarterbacks. So I want to start with Tua, making $53 million per year, and again has been very injured. But I'm gonna say this: I'm happy that he got the bag in the instance of he's been hurt a lot.
Yes.
And so I'm happy you got your bag, but at the same time, what have you really done? I guess.
Well, do you think the head coach signed off on it? Because you almost would have to say he signed off on giving him this deal.
Well, yeah.
Because Mike Daniels didn't necessarily. No, Mike Daniels didn't even draft Tua.
No, he did not.
So he inherited
Tua. I don't remember what the coach was. Remember, he didn't want Tua. He didn't think Tua.
He pulled him in crunch time in favor of Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. So, Tua, again, I'm happy they got his bag in the instance of he's been injured. You've seen some
as a person, I'm glad you got money.
You've seen the injuries he's got. I mean, his family damn near almost wanted him to retire from the game of football.
When he got locked up.
When he got locked up, the concussions. I mean, he's been injured in college. But he has not won a playoff game.
No. And his one playoff game, he looked horrible. Absolute horrible. And can't throw. To me, if you can't perform in cold weather, I don't necessarily think I want you as my franchise quarterback. Making almost top dollar. what point do we stop resetting the market for quarterbacks? Like, when
That's
is
the
we
one
say
market where it always
it
resets.
always does? Like, tell me how any of those quarterbacks, Tua, Trevor Lawrence, Jordan
Well, I
Love.
think they said if you go the 2020 quarterback class, because these are pretty much you get Tua, Jordan Love, and all them guys got paid. They have a combined. They've gotten 2 Super Bowl appearances. None of them have won Super Bowls.
No.
They're 16 and 17 in the playoffs. So, like, when you really think about it, what have they really done?
Well, I think like everybody agrees because like the top person in the positions are always the highest paid. It was always kind of like who is really the top guy? Like there's maybe 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
But like at quarterback, it's very set in stone that it is unbiasedly though it is Patrick Mahomes.
When it comes to Tua and his contract, I question his throwing ability. We see him be able to get some
in warm weather, like he.
But we also see
throw.
him get his throws at times are underthrown. Like people, like he's got Tyreek Hill and Waddle. We've still seen games where he's thrown it to Tyreek Hill deep, and Tyreek Hill's had to come back to get the ball and not just be able to get it in stride.
Tua's accurate, but
is.
his arm strength is very questionable, and
at times.
To
Especially
me,
in cold weather, he's got no accuracy.
Well, we saw
that last year against Kansas City.
Mahomes still went out there and ripped it.
So, but the 50, I just can't go $53 million per year.
Well, it's just like so. I'm gonna start reading off names and tell me if they're close to, or better, or not better than Patrick Mahomes, who's obviously the best quarterback in the league.
Standard.
All right, Joe Burrow.
He's not better than Mahomes.
But you could make an argument that
he's up there.
$55 million is okay if he can stay healthy.
2 AFC Championship games, a Super Bowl appearance.
1-1 in there and 0-1.
Yes.
Trevor Lawrence, $55 million.
No.
Jordan Love.
No.
What the
fuck?
But
the upside is there
for $55 million a year.
No, we haven't talked about his contract yet, but no, not for that.
Oh, well, we're here. He got paid $55 million a year.
He did. And he's only been a starter for 1 season.
Well, he sat for like 3 years. He
went 9-8 in his first season. He did win a playoff game.
He did beat the Cowboys.
I would have liked more if they would have gave Jordan Love like a 3-year, and gave him like 45, something like that. Let's see if you can elevate the talent around you, and then let's talk about
giving you the bag.
We've always said you're a quarterback. Quarterbacks are going to get paid regardless. So take a bit cheaper deal. Let the money be there to make it improve the roster for you. Can you elevate your talent? And what can you do? I think the upside for him is there, but I don't like it right now.
I have no problems with quarterbacks getting paid if they are that franchise guy, that can elevate their team to make up for that $20 million guy you're going to lose. You're going to have lesser talent because we had to pay you all this money. I don't see Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, Tua, any of those guys. I don't see them making their guys better. But we get to the 5th quarterback technically, I guess. Jared Goff at $53 million. Now, he sort of reset the market, and I'm not mad really at that. That's the first one. I'm not overly mad.
He was in LA, a lot of questions. Goes to Detroit. He's actually uplifted some of those guys. St. Brown.
He made but he. Got Amon-Ra Brown on the map.
Yes. So I'm not mad at his money.
I'm not really necessarily mad because everyone thought he was not really that guy in LA.
And it was more Detroit.
It was more the head coach, but really he proved himself because he was just supposed to be like a scapegoat. Like he was just a placeholder, and he got the bag. So honestly, I don't really mind that one. But then Justin Herbert at $52.5 million.
Justin Herbert puts up really great stats in the regular season, but has not won in the playoffs.
This will be a very big year for him with literally no talent. He has nobody. Quentin Johnson in the draft last year is 4th on the depth chart.
Harbaugh thinks he's going to be really good.
No.
Good.
And then Lamar Jackson, a 2-time MVP, not deserving of the second one, but 2-time MVP at $52 million.
He's number 7.
That's 7. Then Jalen Hurts, who has a Super Bowl appearance, got paid. This happened to the Super Bowl. You get paid at $51 million. Okay. Then Kyler Murray at 9.
Ain't done shit.
46.1.
I ain't done nothing in the league, bro.
Hurt for pretty much the past 2 years. Came off of an ACL.
Here we go.
And then at number 10, Deshaun Watson fucked it all up. And he's at $46 million. And then Deshaun Watson hasn't been the Watson of the Texans.
No.
And he's been hurt and allegations and massage parlors. Been better if he went to the Robert Kraft and the Patriots, really. But tied for 11th, Patrick Mahomes and Kirk Cousins at $45 million. None of those dudes, if you had the first overall pick, you're taking above him.
Yeah.
Like, kudos to Kirk Cousins to keep getting fucking paid.
I literally told you, I am so glad that we have a quarterback in Patrick Mahomes that understands. Remember how people dogged Patrick Mahomes for taking that 10-year deal?
Well, a lot of people came out to the Kansas City Chiefs because, like, I think it was like the 5th 10-year deal that was ever done in the NFL.
And look at it now. Patrick's been able to move money, get some money.
I thought Joe Burrow or Josh Allen was going to do that 10-year deal when they saw how
Joe Burrow, the Cincinnati Bengals wanted to do a contract like that with Joe Burrow, and
Joe
Burrow said no.
But which is just like not necessarily shocking because you can just keep cashing in, but like if you structure it right, because Mahomes has.
If Patrick was to ask for the money he's really deserved, we'd have to give him the United States and Canada.
Well, but Mahomes actually ended up being the highest paid quarterback last year on average. Mm-hmm. They move money around to kind of compensate for him, but you have to have that trust in the organization to kind of take care of you, to move some money here and there.
Move money, go get Chris Jones. Travis Kelce needs some money. Our O-line needs some money here.
Well, that's the beauty of that long-term deal. Is like I can push some money down the road. I can grab some of that money and move it forward.
Some of these guys have taken.
But it's crazy that Josh Allen again.
Think about it. Guess who hasn't been paid yet, and they're not going to pay. Dak probably going to get $60 million, bro.
Well, I don't like how the Cowboys run. But damn, they are prioritizing CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, and third is Dak. Like they clearly see like you are a franchise quarterback, but you're not going to elevate and make the guys around you better. Like you can't get it.
We know
done.
Who you are. Like we know.
Like that's a precedent that has needed to be set and is finally being set. Like
I said, I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I like how they're going about not wanting to give Dak the $60 million. And it's the right move because you can't. You physically can't, bro.
Well, I just like. There's just all these guys.
Like we said, the quarterback market is the one market where it just.
When's enough is enough that we stop resetting it just because you're the guy that's up next. We see all these wide receivers like DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, 4 years, $110 million, $27.5 million per year. He is the first and only wide receiver in history to have his first 10 years fully guaranteed.
But he was up next to get paid, so why didn't he not top Justin Jefferson? Oh, because he's not better than Justin Jefferson? Isn't that how that's supposed to work? Just because you're up next does not mean you're supposed to top the next guy. Oh, it was like about $28 million a year. Like,
so, he
I'm
got mad at that.
With a bunch of talent around him. Keenan Allen's there. Rome's there that they just drafted.
So I'm not mad at his deal.
I mean, the quarterback will find out how he looks, but he got money. He got the bag.
Like we stay on people trying to get paid. CeeDee Lamb was offered a contract 4 years, $135 million, which would have gave him $34 million per year.
Said no,
don't want it. Don't want that deal.
He's wanting to surpass or tie Justin Jefferson.
Surpass CeeDee. I need that crown. Surpass it for me, CeeDee.
Well, it's not going to happen.
Come on, CeeDee, I'm holding on.
I think he'll get pretty close, CeeDee Lamb is definitely, as we have put out there, is definitely a top 5 wide receiver in the league, and very important to the Cowboys. But again, he's not better than Justin Jefferson. But like, if he would get more than him, it's arguably like okay. Yeah. But if Jamar Chase got more than Justin Jefferson, no, because Justin Jefferson literally had over 1,000 yards in 9 games. Jamar Chase, where the fuck you at, dude? Like. Where's that kind of productivity out? You put CD and Justin Jefferson numbers together, like make an argument like that's pretty similar. Like, granted, Justin Jefferson has maybe a little bit more talent, not necessarily more talent around him, but like better overall, like from running back and tight ends, and other kind of complementary pieces that take targets. A lot of the Cowboys just have.
I mean, theoretically, CeeDee Lamb and Justin pretty much had the same type of quarterback. You know, he had Kirk Cousins, and
one's just kind of a one's my skin tone, one's a little bit darker skin tone.
Like, they're basically the same guy.
One says, "Here we go," and then hikes the ball. Like that's just so fucking annoying. That's in the new Madden.
No, stop.
That's in the new Madden. Yeah.
But next week, though, we're going to go over the Madden ratings with you guys. We're not going to do that on this episode because we will not have enough time. There's so much. We're still waiting to come out. But we're going to go over the Madden ratings because there's a lot to talk about in those. So that's something to look forward to for next week. But like I said, I told you, I'm not a fan of the Cowboys, but I like what they're doing with Dak. They understand they can't give him that.
So on contracts, though, and I think I've told you this. So this is So this is just kind of shows how your franchise is being ran.
Yep.
Versus like the dead cap. As we all know, the Cowboys took the biggest dead cap in NFL history by releasing Russell Wilson. They have a 60.
Who?
Not the Cowboys. The Broncos.
There we go.
Released Russell Wilson, and he acquired $53 million in dead cap just this year. There's still more to come.
Yeah, there's still a lot
but
more
they
to
have $68 million in dead cap.
Yep.
53 of it belongs to Russell Wilson. Like, dude's getting paid to play for the Steelers. Next, which is really kind of surprising to me.
Yeah.
But it's the Buffalo Bills at $61 million, and half of that is to Stephon Diggs, who was unhappy.
And they shipped him to Houston.
And to Houston he went, where he's going to see what
like
happens.
A second or third option in my
See
opinion.
what happens there. So, and he acquired for $32 million of the $61 million. And then third, I'm not overly surprised, but like I didn't think they were paying the guys like this. The Vikings have $57 million in dead cap, with weirdly enough, Kirk Cousins coming in at $28.5 million of it.
Shout out to Kirk Cousins' agent.
Dude, he keeps
Shout out
getting
to
the
the
bag.
dog.
And then the Bucks, which I'm not surprised because they paid everybody after they won the Super Bowl, at $55 million dead cap, with corner Carlton Davis at $14 million. And then I'm not surprised at all because they've spent big and it flopped. The Chargers at $54 million.
Going to J.C. Jackson, baby.
Corner J.C. Jackson at $21 million. Like that, if that shit didn't blow up,
good for you, JC. Good for you.
like if that shit didn't just blow up in y'all's faces, like I mean, it blew up in y'all's faces.
It blew up bad. Yeah, no.
It just goes to show those teams will not be overly successful.
No.
And it's hard to have that much cap built into dead cap.
hurts
Like
'cause
you can't spend. I mean, obviously, it's money you're still spending that's tied into the cap. So it's just think if the goddamn Bills. Where do you think the Bills would be if they had $61 million?
I think
That roster would be looking a hell of a lot different.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
Josh Allen probably really wishes they had that type of money right now.
Well, I mean, I think the Bills are certainly hell of competitive, but that's if you want to win Super Bowls and you want to be competitive year in and year out, you can't have that large of dead cap.
So again, football is getting so much closer. Like we said, the Hall of Fame game is today. It is Houston versus Chicago.
Yep.
So I'm gonna be tuning in for it just because football's on TV. I'm gonna be tuning in.
Probably not because it's.
I might tune in for like 1 or 2 quarters.
It's
but
literally just no names. You'll be sleeping.
50-50 probably, or I'll be riding my bike. I don't know, one of the two.
You don't,
but
your bicycle.
My Harley.
Your bicycle? Is that what you named your bicycle?
No,
You named your bicycle Harley?
No,
That's cute.
her name's Daisy.
You named your bicycle Harley Daisy? Daisy Harley?
I'm going to swing on you. But moving on to the Olympics, back to the Olympics, and the men's basketball, Team USA, the Redeem Team 2.0. They had their first game last week against Serbia. They took on Joker and his squad.
Mm-hmm.
And USA won 110-84. Now, I know that looks like, damn, Team USA dominated. No. Joker went to the bench, and Serbia fell apart. Watching that game, before we go any further, I have been very on record, unfortunately. I hate to say that I'm wrong.
No, but
On record
you're
saying
always
that
wrong.
Joker and Embiid were kind of on the same level. After watching that game, there is a huge gap between Joker and Embiid. Embiid got pulled from that game. Joker, again, that game just showed you that Joker's on a different level than Embiid is. And if Embiid's got to realize that. We'll get more to Embiid as we go along in this, but like I said, there's definitely a gap between Joker and Embiid. But LeBron and KD carried Team USA against Serbia. They were the first pair of teammates in the opening to have 20 points in the same game. KD came on fire. It was his first game back. Remind you, KD didn't play any of the warm-up games.
None of the expedition games.
He came out hot. 8 of 8. Like, dude couldn't miss.
Finished 8 of 9.
And LeBron damn near had a triple-double.
In like 22 minutes.
Like he did.
I was just doing it. Why can't you do it in the NBA? You could do that in the World
He ain't
Series.
got that type of talent with him on the Lakers, all right?
Well, go somewhere else.
But one of the biggest storylines from Game 1 that a lot of people were, quote-unquote, crying about.
Oh, I bet he was.
Because Tatum didn't get any minutes, and he won an NBA championship, and he's on the cover of 2K. How could he not get any minutes? Because where are your minutes going to come from? I'm not putting you over LeBron or KD. Your minutes had to come from somewhere.
You know who didn't cry? Tyrese Haliburton.
Tyrese Haliburton hasn't. Steve Kerr's like treating Tyrese Haliburton like he did Anthony Edwards during the NBA draft. Shit, like I don't even know why Tyrese didn't agree. He's really a true point guard that you really have out there.
He even came out and said like how amazing this is, like to
just pass
to
and people score. Like,
to facilitate it, and it's easy because that's really.
And to be fair, Tatum and Tyrese handled it well. I mean, they were both standing up the whole time cheering on. People were like, "Damn, Tatum didn't get no minutes," and in a blowout game. Look, it is what it is. This is Team USA. This is not the NBA. You have to swallow your damn ego to the core.
Well, it's funny because they said that after that first game, the second game, he was going to get minutes, and he did get minutes. But
he started.
But you know who didn't get minutes?
Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid did not get any minutes in Game 2 when they took on South Saudi. Team USA won 103-86. LeBron James joined Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Durant as the only Olympians to have 300-plus points in the Olympics. So, that game, though, Bam Adebayo carried Team USA along with Kevin Durant.
Curry was ass.
Curry was really bad. I think he was
one of 9,
0 of 6 from 3, 22 minutes.
But shoot, though. And sometimes it just doesn't fall.
This doesn't fall. People also got to remember, too, the ball's different. The line's a little different now. Granted, that doesn't matter.
He's closer. He's like 2 inches closer. Like,
but sometimes
if size matters, he's closer.
It just didn't fall that game. But
clearly it didn't matter.
It did not matter.
But in the first game that Joel played in, he was the only player on Team USA that had a negative on the plus minus.
Yep.
Everybody else was.
Embiid's had a rough go for Team USA.
Do you think he's still hurt? Do you think he's like what, 7'2"?
Well, he even came out and said that
he's having
I
issues.
I honestly think too, though, he's also done some podcasting since he's been out there. He talked about Tatum having a super team and that if he had Tatum's team, he would win championships. And if he goes 3 of whatever, he gets blown out. He's got to play well. So his talking probably hasn't really helped the relationship. Because when you're on Team USA, you got to bond. You have to develop chemistry very fast, very quickly. And I don't know if Embiid's personality really fits in.
Game 1, there was no Tatum on the court.
No.
So, but he got destroyed. Joker is just kind of. I was always had his number, but he's the only person though that had a negative plus minus. Yeah. But I think he's still. Dealing with that injury. Not necessarily.
And I think also Embiid's also having a tough time swallowing the pride a little bit. In the NBA, you are the guy on your team. You're getting the touches. You're not getting that on Team USA.
Davis is definitely the start over him.
Yes. But like I said, Steve Kerr did come out and say that Embiid will start when they play Friday against Puerto Rico. He will be the starter. He's going to get minutes. Look, really, I want to ask you a question. Is Steve Kerr a good fucking coach? Like, is he a good coach? Like, overall, I'm talking with the Olympic team, in the NBA. Like, is he really a good coach? Or has he just inherited he's just inherited so much that, like, this has been a hot topic.
No.
People have complained about Curry's lineups in Team USA. He's always moving players around. He's not giving players minutes.
Well, I think he's been exposed with Team USA. I think everybody thought, he's just great. Basketball mind. He's developed Curry, Clay, Draymond, and he's just had all this talent, and he's brought him to the pinnacle, multiple times. KD, and he has 4, NBA titles, and then he gets to Team USA, and I'm just like, okay, like, dude, like, you know how to coach, like, you are him, and then, like, last year he was at the World Games, he had a lot of questions. Like, I was quite confused on his lineup.
And to take a lesser role because Kobe did, and he was like, "There's no Kobe on this team."
Like it's, and then you see him with the stars of the stars, even though they are older stars.
Literally going back to the warm up game that they had against South Saudi, where they damn near lost. Curry was, if you watch the camera angle, Curry's drawing up a play, and LeBron and
Kerr, not Curry. Kerr.
Sorry, Steve Kerr was drawing up a play. LeBron looks over, shook his head no, and walked off. And then LeBron gets the ball and goes down and gets the winning bucket, and that was the game.
A game that they were supposed to win by 45
so,
plus.
That just to me, if one of the greatest, if not the greatest player of all time is looking over at you, putting down a play and is shaking his, like, nah, I'm not feeling that. They tried to run basically a pick down for Curry. Come down, like, that's not going to work in the Olympics because you can run through people.
Well, you know how much respect, though, that LeBron has to have for Curry, that he's gone against him 5 times?
So many times.
Just in the NBA Finals?
Yeah.
Just in the NBA Finals alone. So, like, the respect that should have to be there.
This is also the same coach that is in all of a
how hard
LeBron working out.
Like, if that wasn't a red flag, like he's asking, like, he has more, to me, prestige coaches with less chips on their resume that should be coaching this team that would get more out of, like, there's...
I think Eric Spoelstra would be perfect for this team.
Yeah.
Like...
Or Ty Lue.
Like, either one of the fact he had to go to those two guys and look at them like we talked about before. Hey, man, it's like, that's
is that normal?
That's
that's
every day. Like, every day we do
normal.
We've had to deal with
that.
But
when you take Kerr in the NBA, like, I think we keep on kind of smacking this because, like, they've had all these top lottery picks and they've all flamed out.
Wiseman couldn't develop him, shipped him off. Moody doesn't get any playing time. Kuminga, I had to go to the media to get playing time. Like...
And, like,
Thompson's was frustrated. It came out that he was frustrated with Kerr and the organization. Like, it was a whole, and that was a decision, him leaving. So,
like, the only player I can never say that he semi-developed was Draymond Green, and we see what Draymond Green looks like. And
yes.
Really, he has Curry, who's just a lethal shooter, and if he's not hitting, it's a wrap. Like, I thought maybe when he finally got his own team with, Poole, Wiggins, then he shipped Poole off. And Clay's now gone. I just don't think he develops well. I don't think he's. I think honestly, I don't think he coaches more than 2 more years in the league.
I think it's coming to an end, especially as the Warriors dynasty is now
coming. They're shifting to where you have to develop players, and he just ain't that. And granted, they retooled decently this year. Yeah. But I feel like he honestly he fell into a great situation.
So like when people ask the question, is he a good coach?
Average
coach?
He's a good coach. No. Should he be coaching Team USA?
No.
No. He is a C plus coach, like a B coach.
When you think about the Olympics, obviously you had the Coach K, Pop era.
Just like with such humongous prestigious coaches.
Do you remember seeing so many fucking lineup changes?
No.
Like it's every game.
In the
only
Olympics.
2 guys that stay the same is LeBron and Curry. Everything else keeps changing. Like, it's insane how much the lineups keep
expedition
changing.
games, sure.
Think about this, though. For LeBron and Curry, that's gotta suck, too, because you had one game of stars, and you're like, damn, I like that guy. Then now like, you have to change based on who's in the lineup to a degree.
Like, I could understand maybe, like, one player kind of like maybe like a big or a guard or somebody changing based off of, like, who you're going against. But it's always, it seems like a different rotation, different minutes. It's like, not everybody, like, look, we're here to win. We're in, like, the Olympics. It's not expedition games. Sure, play around with it. See what kind of flows
but
well.
Now we're in the trenches.
Like, if you're any bit of a coach, you're going to go to your star, LeBron, Curry, KD, and be like, what do you like? What feels good with you? What do you like? What are you seeing? Because you're on the court. I can see, but you're in the flow of the game.
You think about, like, back in 2008, it was Kobe. Like, Coach K knew, like, I had put the lineup around Kobe and LeBron and Melo and those guys, and that's what he did.
Yeah.
And when you look at Kerr, it just don't feel the same. And I hope they get the gold, but they're going to have to fight for it with all the lineup changes.
It's going to be a dogfight.
Granted,
Canada's there.
Canada's right there. But in the NBA world, Gordon Hayward announced his retirement from the NBA after 14 years. And that's a career. I mean, he did great with the Utah Jazz, went to Boston. We all know what happened in Boston.
Unfortunate injury.
The injury, he was just never the same after that injury.
Lost his leg.
His ankle. His ankle was flipped around.
Yeah.
Like, it was staring at you.
He
was staring at
you. It was facing the wrong way.
So,
it was definitely facing the wrong way.
He just was never the same guy. But now we're getting to the part of our episode here where we're going to give you our top 5 tight ends in the league.
What you all were waiting on was our top fullbacks.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Yeah, you.
I'll go first.
You go first.
It's okay that you're wrong.
I just want to let you know I do on my 5. I do have a 5A and a 5B.
That's cute because you're catching on how we roll around here.
Yes.
So my 5B
Okay.
is the rookie from the Lions, Sam Laporta, who had 86 catches for almost 900 yards and a tutty. Number 5A for me is Evan Ingram for the Jags, who had 114 catches, 963 yards, and 4 tutties. I can't help Trevor Lawrence, can't seem to find him. But at 4, I got George Kittle. At 4, last year, 65 catches, 1,000 yards, 6 tutties. Great blocking tight end, just, he's 4. It's a hard list. At 3, TJ Hawkinson. Season got cut short, tore his ACL towards about the 3 or 4 games left of the season. 95 catch, had a breakout year with the Vikings. Says it came on strong. 95 catches, 960 yards, 5 tutties. The dude's coming out as a stud. Hopefully he comes back healthy this year. Be a big part of the Vikings with, potentially Sam Darnold and or J.J. McCarthy. At number 2, easy, Mark Andrews. Again, had an injury-plagued year, so I guess you could knock him maybe a little bit farther down, but overall, the dude's still the best. Potentially could be the best tight end in the league, but that crown sits on Travis Kelce's head. Right, with 93 catches, 984 fucking yards. All he had to get was goddamn 16 more yards. And he chose not to get it. It felt like it would have been cheap. Only 5 tutties, though, but the offense did struggle. Yeah. But this is the first time in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight seasons.
Over 1,000 yards.
Had over 1,000 yards. Could have had it, but 7 seasons. Yep, just 7 seasons of just 7 seasons.
But he's always been close to getting 1,000 yards. Honestly,
well, his didn't play his rookie year, and then after that with Alex Smith had 862. The following year, 875, and then ever since then, over 1,000 yards. But he was never really a big touchdown getter. He's hit only double digits in touchdowns 3 times.
I was gonna say
almost 4 in 2021. He had 9, but not a big red zone guy. But right after the catch though, he deadly. That's the Chargers. All right, so tell me your broken, incorrect list.
So since you started at the bottom, I'm gonna start at the top. My number 1.
Oh, you're gonna give us the cherry on top?
I'm gonna give you the cherry on top. Right. Obviously, number 1 doesn't need to be explained. I have Travis Kelce.
Ooh, okay.
Number 2, I have Mark Andrews, and number 3, I actually have Evan Ingram. I think he's blossomed after he got out of New York and got to Jacksonville. His first year there, Evan Ingram looked great. Obviously, last year.
Well, I think Doug Peterson has really opened him.
But they don't also use him as just he's out there wide out.
They move him around a lot.
They move him everywhere.
So I think Doug Peterson has been a great sin for him.
So I like Evan Ingram there. Number 4, I have George Kittle, and
so we so far have 2 flips.
So the reason I have George Kittle there, obviously, he read off pretty much everyone his stats. I just think George Kittle's kind of overrated. In big games, he just doesn't really show. He blocks really great. That's great.
Well, literally in the Super Bowl, he's sitting there talking to George Karlaftis while the ball's on the ground.
The level of focus for me times with him is just not there production wise.
Well, he's been on the biggest stage and has not produced on the biggest stage.
Twice.
It's the same team.
The same team.
He literally said we're going to be back. Got back, different quarterback, and still. Nothing.
I think he played worse the second time around than he did the first time.
I don't think he really. I think he played better the first time.
And then at my number 5A, I have TJ Hawkinson. I still can't believe that Detroit let him go, and I get it. They obviously got. And my 5B is Sam Laporta, the Detroit rookie.
He's a rookie. If he wasn't a rookie, like second or third year, he'd definitely be a top 5. But gotta do it again.
Yeah, he's got to do it again. But like I said, those are my 5. Did we have pretty much the same list?
Yeah, you had Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews,
so we had the only
TJ, Kittle, Evan, and Laporta.
So ours was Evan and TJ was flopped, right? Because I had TJ.
Yeah,
at 5.
Because you had Evan at 3, and I had TJ at 3. But we're both at Kittle at 4.
Yes.
And Laporta as a little sleeper.
Yep. So again, those are the tight ends. Honestly, I don't think the only guy that could potentially make his way to the top 5 still yet to be seen is Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts is definitely
the wild card.
Finally has a quarterback, so with Kirk Cousins, the white Dak Prescott.
Real quick before we wrap this up.
Well, we have to give them.
Oh.
What position we're doing next week?
Oh, yes. But before we get to that point,
Uh-huh.
obviously we talked about competence, maybe slide in there.
Yeah.
What can you see a tight end falling out? Is there a tight end you see falling out? Could Andrews fall out maybe? A Kittle fall
It'd
out?
probably be a George Kittle.
Like, a lot of these guys
maybe
are coming.
It could maybe be a Travis Kelce.
True.
He's
getting up there.
the oldest one.
He is the oldest one.
But falling 4 slots, that's kind of tough.
Yeah. We'll have to see. It's going to be interesting. What are we going to do next week?
Linebackers?
Linebackers. Yeah, we could do linebackers.
Linebackers, not like outside D ends. Linebackers, like your middle, like your Mike.
Your right, your left, and your middle.
Pretty much like your Mike.
Okay.
So you like the guys that are linebackers, not like the Micahs, Parsons, who are like DN / outside linebackers.
So we're going to try to keep it with you guys. We're going to flip back between that offense and the defense. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to hitting it. We're getting so much closer. Football season's so close.
We finally get football
We're
today, Thursday.
Yep. We know you won't watch it.
No, I'm not going to watch it. It's
But
preseason.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Be lookout. We're going to have a bunch of drink videos posted coming this week. Hit that subscribe button. Go follow us on Facebook. You guys have a great weekend.